Have you ever loaded up your Silverado for a family trip? Maybe you put a caravan on the back or you loaded up the tub and noticed the stance and handling have changed? Well, modern touring and all of its upgrades can push your Silverado well past the factory limitations. One of those areas is your GVM. Factory payload of your Silverado is 756 kilograms. Throw a bull bar in the front, 3 or 4 passengers, and heaven forbid a canopy, and you'll pretty quickly exceed your payload. Exceed your payload and your handling goes down the drain, as well as your ability to stay legal on the road. So what do you do about it? Well, you complete a GVM upgrade, and this legally and practically upgrades the carrying capacity of the four-wheel drive. As a part of the process, you replace the relevant suspension components to ensure that it's capable of carrying the additional weight. If it's completed pre-registration, you retain your full towing capacity. And if it's post-registration, it depends on your state's rules. So what GVM upgrades do we have available for the Silverado 1500? Well, we've got the 3.65 tonne, 3.85, 4.2 and 449 tonne upgrades. The 3.65 and the 3.85, those are our light duty GVM upgrades, and you don't need to upgrade your tyres or rims for that. The 4.2 and the 449, those are our heavy duty GVM upgrades, and you do need a rated wheel and tyre for those. So the 3.65, well, for the LTZ, we replace your shocks with our Apex monotube shocks, upper control arms and your rear leaf pack. That all gets upgraded. For the ZR2 3.65, your multi-matic shocks stay in the car. We just use a leveling kit to level them out. And then you've got your upper control arms and your rear leaf pack. That gives you an additional 400 kilos of payload. It's a good starting point if you're adding a few mods to the Silverado. Jumping up to your 3.85, we move to our Apex 2.5 inch remote res shock with your upgraded upper control arms and rear leaf pack. At the 3.85, you've got an additional 600 kilos of payload. You do have to stay with your factory size wheels though. Jumping up to our heavy duty range, your 4.2 tonne, your Apex shocks, your upper control arms, but then you've got the option of either a 200 kilo or 400 kilo rear leaf. At this GVM, you can run up to a 35 inch tyre, and you're looking at 1650 kilos of payload. So you're more than double your factory payload, so good for all the mods you're adding onto the car. And then lastly, your 4.49, everything in the 4.2 kit, but we also do a rear axle upgrade just to make sure your axle is capable of carrying the additional weight. And this gives you a payload of 1900 kilos, so nearly 2 tonne. So that's for your serious travelers. So how does it affect your vehicle? Well, at the end of the day, you're better equipped to carry heavy loads without worrying about overloading the Silverado. So if you're a tradie, if you're setting up the Silverado for touring, if you're regularly towing heavy trailers or floats, you have to consider a GVM upgrade to give you the suspension and the compliance to carry heavy loads.